WBTW presents a News 13 special presentation. Darlington, Beyond the Finish Line.
For the next half hour, we're taking you beyond the finish line at the track Too Tough to Tame and into the track's deep history with NASCAR with three-time Winston Cup champion and NASCAR legend Cale Yarborough.
Plus, you'll see what's new this year at Darlington Raceway and just how much the race impacts our entire region.
Then we will take you beyond this weekend's race and show you what the future has in store for the Lady in Black.
And a good evening to you, and thanks for joining us for this special live broadcast tonight. It's Darlington Beyond the Finish Line, and I'm Bob Juback.
And I'm Nicole Boone. Now,
Sports 13's Rick Garney joins us live right now from Turn 1. And Rick, how did the Raceway people get this speedway back on track?
Well, Bob, as you know, it all started back in 2004. That's when NASCAR realigned its schedule. And traditionally, Mother's Day weekend was an off weekend on the racing circuit. But last year, for the first time, track officials turned on the brand new lights and ran the inaugural Mother's Day weekend race. That proved successful with a sellout crowd. And the news gets even better. Not only did the track sell out again for this race in record time 2 weeks ago, but they're also selling a record number of tickets.
And that is because of 6,000 new seats added this year.
Nikki, for longtime visitors to Darlington and those who are local and race fans locally and those who are visiting from out of town, the track Too Tough to Tame looks a lot different.
Right when you get in the turn between turns 1 and 2 here at Darlington, the cars drift right up next to the wall, and you're going to watch them all the way. They're going to drift all the way up and just kind of kiss the wall and hug the wall on the exit to turn 2. The people sitting in the Brazington Tower are going to be able to see all of that.
And the good news is that the track that's Too Tough to Tame will continue to grow.
There is some more room. We could get about 6,000 more seats there, we think. So we're looking at that right now.
Darlington is one of 16 tracks scheduled to debut the Car of Tomorrow next season. The Car of Tomorrow is designed to be even safer than today's cars. You can get your own copy of the weekend schedule plus maps and videos and a lot of information for free. And here's how you can do it. Just log on to our website at scnow.com and click on Darlington Beyond the Finish Line. And that will take you to all our special race week information and tons of extra race coverage and streaming video. You can watch this special Darlington Beyond the Finish Line over and over and over again.
On the last turn of the last lap.
For more than half a century, the best have battled Darlington and a few have bested her. But perhaps no one has tamed her like David Pearson.
Dave Pearson, the winner.
The Silver Fox out of Spartanburg still has the record for the most Cup wins at the track. He had 10. Dale Earnhardt won his share here at Darlington as well. He has 9. But just to show you how tricky the old track is, Richard Petty won only 3 times at Darlington. And in 2003, Ricky Craven won the spring race by the narrowest margin in Cup history, only 2/1000ths of a second. The Morning News took this picture of the ultimate photo finish at the Ultimate Challenge for photographers.
This is kind of along the same lines of a lot of victories at Darlington Raceway because there's a driver that could be leading the last 50, 60, 70, half the race, and you don't know until the very final lap who's going to win.
Well, one of the most memorable crashes here at Darlington wasn't into the wall, it was over the wall. NASCAR legend Cale Yarborough going airborne over the wall back in 1965.
He has collected an office full of trophies, and he showed me one of his favorite.
This is the 1978 Southern 500 trophy from Darlington. One of my favorites.
You got 5 of these.
Got 5 of them and proud of every one of them.
Earnhardt won 7 Cup races here at Darlington. The second most wins at Darlington next to David Pearson, who happens to be from my hometown in Spartanburg. And you can see all of these pictures and more about Dale Earnhardt Sr. in today's edition of the Morning News and online at scnow.com.
How important is this one race economically to our region of the Carolinas?
Well, it's huge, Bob. Every bar in town will probably be, wide open.
But a comparison of gross retail sales shows huge increases.
I'm joined by Lou Bijak, Morning News sports writer.
Just like you said, we were hanging out with Darrell Waltrip a little bit ago, and he said the same thing. He still hasn't got the place figured out.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, David, to take us around. The track's intimidating on TV, but man, when you get here in person, it's even more.
Oh, but our coverage never stops. You see, you can go to scnow.com for more interviews and information 24 hours a day. And of course, all the day's headlines and more are coming up next on News 13 at 6.